Be unto him, O Lord, a fortress of strength in the face of the enemy. Let the enemy have no power over her. Oh, no.
Look at you.
In the name of the Father. Oh, gosh. Oh.
Hit us more.
Hit some water, man. Hit some water. Hit some water. Oh. Oh, no.
Hey, this is Don, All Things Paranormal.
God.
Right. Check out our e-store at allthingsparanormaltx.com.
Yes.
We got the shirt, hats, and cups. Give us a holler if you want one. All Things Paranormal. Hey, this is Don, All Things Paranormal. Hey, check out our e-store at allthingsparanormaltx.com. We got shirt, hats, and cups. Give us a holler if you want one. All Things Paranormal. Hey, this is Don, All Things Paranormal. Hey, check out our e-store at allthingsparanormaltx.com. We got shirt,
But now since we know
hats,
you
and cups. Give us a holler if you want one. All Things Paranormal. All right, this is Don.
It's John.
All Things Paranormal.
Man, we had a little event going on.
Yeah, guess what our show tonight's about?
It's about
Somebody sent us a thing on the mic. So see if that's a little better for a mic check. If it's still got the hum, or if I need to come down a little bit more, let me know pretty quick. So tonight we're going to be talking about possessions. So, and we're not talking about 9/10 of the law either.
no.
We're talking about possession. So
Possessions, you know, they got multiple things. If you take let's see what they say.
no, keep going.
So if you take a look into just about every religion around talks about possessions. You know, from the time of having the earliest thing about possession that I can remember was being raised up, and we was in the Baptist church, and it was talking about Jesus casting out the demons out of this possessed person, and ended up throwing them into hogs, and the hogs went crazy and run and jumped off the cliff. That was one of the earliest things that I can remember. If you take a look there on possessions itself, they had from about the 1800s till around 1950s and 60 mark.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to get rid of that hum.
From 1950 to 1960 mark, they began getting possessions started coming back. But up until then, things had kind of dropped out. Now, I don't know why. If you take a look over in overseas, especially around Italy, you know, they was really humming along. You know, the only thing I could figure is maybe that due to coming out of like in the around 1500, 1600, up 1700s, when they started having some of the trials, witch trials and stuff like that, people were really kind of scared to say, hey, look, you know, somebody has this going on.
Huh. I'll be done.
So, you know, and then all of a sudden, probably around 1950s, 1960s, people really started, I guess, looking more and more into it. Now, things got really jumped up real high after one of our favorite movies that come out was, let's go pick some water down. And it kind of, you know, it's like typical things when you start having movies, things really get
In Hollywood, exorcisms are full of spooky special effects and terrifying images. As in, most famously, the film, The Exorcist.
I command you to depart from the servant of God.
In Hollywood, exorcisms are full of spooky special effects and terrifying images.
Now, you know, that get kind of gross there. That's kind of a poor dictation. Let me go ahead and throw something out there while I was talking about it. I got something to pay.
Called the Cave of Spirit.
In Hollywood,
they have things go on in movies. Let's take a look, for instance, Paranormal Activity. Now, we happened to be ghost hunting before that movie ever come out, and whenever they had Paranormal Activity start, all of a sudden, lo and behold, there is ghosts everywhere.
I mean, it just went crazy.
Our you know, business started getting just like super bad, and so we're sitting over here like, man, you know. So we kind of attribute it to people being more in tune to things that's going on, things that are happening. So anyway, that particular thing of The Exorcist, I'm gonna read a few things out right here, and this is from Father William Sanders.
Hey, also, hold on just a second. Let me post this out here real quick. I had to make sure I posted that way we wouldn't get in trouble for any of the videos.
Yeah, now our videos and stuff that we're showing is actually from movies, and we pulled them off of YouTube, we're not gonna lie. And so there it is. We want to give credit to where credit's due.
Yeah, it's not a personal experience.
It's not a personal experience. So anyway, this right here comes from Father William Sanders. It was done by Herald columnist. You know, the paper, the Herald. And he said, I was watching The Exorcist and some of my friends. Can the devil really possess someone? Does the church really do exorcisms? I heard the movie is based on a real story. Is that true? An 8th grade student from Annandale. Well, yes, it is a true story. It's actually, instead of a girl, it was a boy. It was a 13-year-old boy. And I'll tell you what, before we really kind of get off into some of this stuff right here, let's go over what's happening on this kid. This kid had an aunt who was a spiritualist. She was really into Ouija boards and things like that. And she was teaching the kid of different things, different modes of communicating with extra spirits. And so this kid ends up, after she dies, he goes into using this Ouija board constantly to communicate with her, trying to figure out, hey, look, let's go ahead and, you know, let's just keep talking, even though you had passed on.
You know, and that's one of the things that's how possessions take place. You know, it's so, you know, everybody knows the fact that if you know the demon's name, you can get rid of it. But now also, if you know the demon's name, you can call that sucker up.
You can call him up.
You know, so that's the same thing as like a Ouija board. You know, I mean, it's you just don't start calling, you know, reading out their names and stuff. You know, that brings them, has them come to you. And since that happened, this took a long time. It ended up having several exorcisms done on this kid to get this stuff rid of. It all started back in 1949. Remember the 1950 mark, 60 mark? This is when things started really going on. Yeah.
And but it all started out when he felt some scratching on his bed, some knocking on the wall. The family took him to the Lutheran church to start with, because they had a Father Schultz at the Lutheran church, who's actually a parapsychologist. And let's see here, parapsychologist, or was he just interested in the paranormal? Yeah, he's a parapsychologist. And he thought maybe he might have had something like a poltergeist or something like that was over affecting him. And so anyway, he ended up passing this thing on to have some type of an exorcism. And he actually, this Schultz from the thing, actually seen some chairs move and stuff like that. Now, you know, that means that there's some active things. Now, we do know for a fact, from our experiences in the past, that there is things out there that we don't know.
That's right.
And yes, they can move things.
Move items.
We had, like, you know, we keep harping on this, but this was an actual true event that we had caught on film. You know, when you go to like the Ghostbusters movie, and they were talking about the great migration of the sponge and stuff like that, moving a whole 4 centimeters. Well, this ain't no whole 4 centimeters.
This is physically moved something that's in there.
Now, was it evil? No, I don't believe it was evil, because we didn't feel evil. We didn't feel scared. If it done anything, all it did was the opposite of what it probably should have done.
Excited us.
Yeah, excited us. Also kind of affirmed some of our faith.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So let me ask you this. This is kind of off the subject. So, if you got a possession going on, maybe a demon, into a person. So what would that have to do with, like on the fourth kind, whenever an alien was possessing a person? Would that be considered the same, or do you think that that's something totally different?
Well, you can get off into that right there to where they believe that separate
dimension.
realms, separate realms over there has the power to come through into our realm and interact. Now, I don't know. I mean, there's certain things that, believe it or not, we don't know. We don't know certain things. Until we have figured it out, then we'll probably never know. But that's why we look.
That's right.
So, since you brought that up, did that demon, was it an alien possession of a person? Well, how about this? How about maybe that was a whole total event was set up as some sort of a possession. But now how would you have some type of a mass, come flying over that house to suck up some kid out of the house?
Yeah. I mean, something's kind of weird because stuff is getting the same. I mean, it's getting there.
Without hurting certain people's feelings. Let's stop right here and throw this out. Everybody has their own faith. We don't want to step on nobody's faith.
Yeah.
We a lot of times will throw stuff out there that doesn't line up with our faith, just so we can have the mass.
Yeah.
Just so we can have the whole group of people and not exclude anybody.
That's right.
We're going to get into some stuff on some Hindu here in a minute. I'm not Hindu.
I'm not Hindu.
But that's not going to say that we don't honor their particular religion, because that's who we are.
You want to go to picture 3?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Let me build the excitement.
We got 15 more minutes to build the excitement.
Well, we may have to make this a two-part show.
No, we can't do two parts.
But anyway, all right, let's bring this on up here.
If you get over about 1 or 2 pages worth of information, that's entirely too much.
That's entirely too much. Hang on a second. This is not my picture. Oh, there's our picture right there. All right. So anyway, let's flip on over to this one.
And he got 3 items of stuff worth of stuff.
Man, I got items everywhere.
So what that's telling you is that that's a big subject, and it's even bigger than what we are.
Yeah, it is. It's a huge subject. Yeah. And now, since you got a huge subject coming up, we get this all the time. In fact, I'm going to have to say almost 100% of the time that somebody has a haunting.
And it's mostly personal experiences,
And they say, look, if they have a haunting, their first thing that comes to their mind is, hey, look, I got a demon after me.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, demon. I mean, we ain't saying it ain't.
We ain't saying it ain't.
Because it could be.
It could be. But for the most part, we don't run across a whole bunch of stuff that's going on.
Like what demons?
Demon-wise, that's over here possessing people, or just over here just tearing up somebody. Now we've run probably a few times of they have some, like this guy said, poltergeist.
Yeah.
Where you had poltergeists over here haunting people, or different types of past experience or past ghosts that is trying to, maybe even trying to get some type of information to somebody, or trying to say, hey, look, I'm right here. But anyway, the first allure of the Bible to an exorcism was back in Samuel, and there's certain ways in this particular thing. When we started off the show here, we had some phrases coming out of the Catholic Book of Exorcism. That's this one, believe it or not, it's that goes deep. But have I read the whole thing? Not totally, because half of that is in Latin.
Now,
And that's another thing I don't know.
But we do very good to try to speak broken English.
Broken English, that's right. So anyway, was in David. So David would sit there, and Saul was being possessed by a spirit, or being taunted by a spirit, and David would play his instrument, and it would soothe things to where he, make you feel better. Now that could have been, whatever they said. I'd have to break it down into the whole scripture down to it, but that could have been at that time a certain way of exercising the spirit that was happening. In the Catholic Church they have the spirit of exorcism. In Hindu they have a thing where they get up there. Let's go ahead and show. I got a couple different pictures. Let's go to 3.
Some formidable foes. Families have traveled many miles from all over northern India to seek his help.
I have 4 or 5 lumps in my neck.
I get dizzy sometimes.
My eyes roll up, my neck.
Now that's from National Geographic.
That's from National Geographic. This particular girl that they was talking to, she ends up, and there's a bunch of them, bunch of them, that ended up having, thinking that they're being taunted by evil, by a demon, or being possessed by a demon. And her symptoms all started whenever they was walking down this road, and multiple girls have the same thing happening walking down this road, to where they get start having problems sleeping, agitation, different types of things, and they feel that, hey, look, this girl is being taunted and going on. So now they got to have some type of exorcism. So what do they do for the exorcism? Let's go ahead and go to 4.
All right, so here's number 4.
Called the Cave of Spirits, a home for the dead and last hope for the possessed.
So in this particular instance right here, they have their priest, or what I can't think of the actual word in Hindu what they use as priest. Over here performing some ceremonies, music. Remember I was talking music back in when David was beating on the drums and stuff, or playing his horn, and soothing the spirit, or soothing the guys being possessed or taunted by the evil spirit. They playing on this thing, and then all of a sudden now they got the spirit loose from this girl. So what do they have to do with it?
Well, got to do something with it.
Got to do something with it. So that's what that second video was that we showed you. That was a door to what they call the Hall of Souls. So they take them, the people over there, when they get rid of that spirit, they send the spirit into the Hall of Souls, to where it's not coming out and attacking people anymore.
Okay.
So, what's our next one here?
Oh, you got the extra on the road.
Oh, yeah. Another one, classic movie.
Emily, can you hear me?
Or there's the battle with the devil in the movie The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
Demons exist whether you believe in them or not. Emily, can you hear me?
So now what that was based upon was that the possession of something evil, and what the last words were around that thing was, if I show you something evil, then there's got to be a good. There's got to be God. So, and that kind of goes a long ways, as far as like if you got a minus, here's a plus. So that's basically what that shows was about, the whole thing. Now, did it have, the flying beds and all that stuff? No, it's probably more so true to life on it than it was on anything, as far as like adding in the director and the producers and the actors' piece, interpretation of what goes on. So it's probably, more so is accurate than the most.
Now, in this particular thing for the Catholic Church to get over there and say, hey, look, we have a possession, and this girl right here, that was a movie, of a possessed girl, Emily Rose. There, if you look it up, see the whole actual thing. That's not her real name, but they have certain things saying that, hey, look, this is from being possessed or being tormented by a demon. You could have certain things that can't happen, like a levitating bed or something flying off the wall, superhuman strength.
But I'm okay, it's some of that could be true. If we seen a heavy table move.
That's right.
So now, as far as like flying across the room and all that stuff, I don't know, but we do know that it moved that table.
It
That
moved
thing's
that
pretty
table.
heavy.
You know, so and then stuff
That
like
was supernatural.
you got to have it has to have a disdain towards holy objects such as a rosary or holy water or the cross or something like that. It has to be able to whenever you get close to it, it gets over there and all of a sudden, hey, look, it starts throwing a fit or different type of disdain for it.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's go ahead and go into some of our events because we're running
out of time.
We're running pretty close out of time. All right, now we have on
The 19th.
June the 19th.
This is 19th or 20th?
19th and 20th.
19th and 20th.
So we got 2 days.
2 days.
Not just one.
2 for the price of 1, which is free.
Yeah. 2 days on 1 day on the 19th, 1 day on the 20th.
Yes.
We call it a twofer.
Twofer.
Yeah.
Sounds like a twofer.
We tried for a twofer before and, we were actually held back by the corona.
Pandemic.
But the pandemic is gone now. So anyway.
So the only thing that possibly could be that way is tropical storm.
Yeah. Heck yeah, So we got a tropical storm headed this way. But you know what? Where we're going, there ain't no tropical storm.
That's right. It can't be no storm.
Can't be no storm. So
might be a tornado, but I mean, it
won't be no storm. But we should, barring tornadoes, we will be there at not 1 but 2 nights at 2 separate locations. It will be haunted motels.
Yeah. So we'll take it, do our little shows, do a little show from there maybe, depending on how everything turns out. But we will take it and publish everything on the internet.
Now, well, we're gonna be doing some live event.
Yeah.
Where we'll be doing filming inside the stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to be posting some different kinds of videos that we're collecting at that time. Because let's face it, some of our equipment we just can't tie off into a computer, but we can sure enough download the information right then. In fact, we're gonna have to probably wind up doing a little better about downloading some of our information on our website.
Hey, I just want to give a big shout out to our fans, friends, and family. Hey, Addie, how you doing?
What's up?
What up? So, man. I mean, I can't wait.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Now, and that's another thing too about our family and friends. They allow us to do our play. So
allow us to.
Man, I can't believe that they let us do something.
Because we're going off doing all this, and we're not spending time. Let's face it. Mine and Don's schedule, the only schedule we have is we're only off 2 weekends a month, and we're going to be sacrificing one of these weekends just so that y'all can have a good show.
And so we can play.
And so we can play too.
Yeah.
Let's put. I'm gonna have to say, that's tied for number 1.
Yeah, it's for
y'all and us. So anyway, on June the 19th and June the 20th, we'll probably start around 8:30, 9, maybe sometime 10 o'clock, depending on how soon we can get everything hooked up and get.
Depending on our internet service.
Internet service, that's the number 1 thing.
We got some new stuff to try out.
New stuff to try out. A whole lot of new stuff.
Yeah. So I got a question for you. So I'd like to have y'all's personal opinion on all this. So when we was there the last time in Martha, when the table moved, Charlie had on a jacket that I got from Goodwill, which I still have the tags on it, by the way. But do you think we ought to bring that jacket?
I think we need to bring that jacket because, and I'm going to throw this out there why. Because whenever, we like to go through, and I'm going to say.
But now what happens if something happens and the jacket's there? Now, is it the jacket or is it there's something there?
I don't know. That means we're going to have to try the jacket on something separate. But anyway, we'll put the jacket in one place.
Yeah.
Well, no, we don't want to do that either. Because we don't want to miss out on something happening on either day.
Yeah.
But anyway, the reason why I would say jacket.
Yeah, y'all give us y'all's input.
Because first thing we do when we go through is we take a black light and we go all over the whole place. We want to make sure we're not stepping into anything that should not probably be there.
Yeah. We had a couch cushion one time that was flipped over on a.
Thanks to my brother, I'm not going to say which one, ended up getting us a motel that somebody got shot and all they did was just flip the mattress over.
Yeah.
Or flip the seat cushion over.
Hey, it was a heck of a deal.
Yeah, it was a heck of a deal. But anyway, we're gonna have and so anyway, with this jacket that we have, I was shining that black light on it, and man, it looks like possibly somebody died in it.
With the tag still on it?
No, it ain't got no tag on it. This jacket right here,
It has a
looks
tag
like
on it. What I got?
Well, it looks like it's been covered in blood.
Maybe they yanked it out of the car and put it over on somebody.
I don't know. It was because it showed up on the black light like, hey, look, this thing was dipped into something. So anyway,
so y'all let us know. I mean, give us y'all's personal opinion. Send us message, text, whatever. Let us know if you think we ought to bring it or if you think we ought to leave it.
yeah, and we'll try that out. And we may even do an EVP session with the jacket. Hey, jacket, are you there?
Yeah. Yeah, let us know what's going on, Jackie.
So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and call this a quits. We're gonna have our next show on not next Tuesday, but it's a bi-weekly show.
Yeah, every other
Tuesday.
Yep, every
if
other
y'all
Tuesday.
got something y'all want to find out, let us know because as you know, I like to research and I usually come up with more stuff than what we really need. And then Don looks at me like, hey, dude, nobody wants to hear all that.
Yeah, we don't need a whole bunch of information.
So anyway, just let us know. Anyway, this is John.
This is Don. All things paranormal.
Paranormal.